Dear children, today we are going to start exercise 6.5 and in the previous class I have completed the proof of exercise Pythagoras theorem, and as a homework you have completed or you have proved converse of Pythagoras theorem. Maximum number of children has submitted their homework. I saw all of them correct. Now to solve exercise 6.5 especially we need Pythagoras theorem. So here question number 1. Sides of a triangle are given below. Determine which of them are right triangles. In case of a right triangle, write the length of its hypotenuse. There are 3 questions. I am going to discuss question number 1 number. Means in this question you can see these are the sides of a triangle. You have to check either these are the sides of a right triangle or not. So all of you know, if these are the sides of right triangle, then it should satisfy what? Pythagoras theorem. If it is satisfied Pythagoras theorem, then you have to find the hypotenuse. 7 cm, 24 cm, 25 cm. First of all, 7 square, we have 7 square 49, then 24 square 576, and 25 square 625. After that, we can see this 25 is longer side here. Suppose I am not saying that these are the sides of a right triangle. Suppose these are the sides of a right triangle, then which will be the hypotenuse? As we know that the hypotenuse is the longest side, so maybe 25. So that is why these two we have to add 7 square plus 24 square. How much? 625. And it is interesting that yes, 625 is equal to what? 25 square. That means what? 7 square plus 24 square is equal to 25 square. It is satisfied the what? Pythagoras theorem. So it is a right triangle of hypotenuse how much? 25 centimeters. You have to write like this, okay? And those are not just you have to say, you will check like this, okay? After this, if you cannot see that and the right hand side, 11 side is not equal to right hand side, then means if you see that 11 side is not equal to right hand side, that means what? These are not the sides of right triangle. Clear? Question number 2. PQR is a triangle, right angle at P. M is a point on QR, such that PM perpendicular QR, so that PM square is equal to QM into MR. See the figure? See. PQR is a triangle, right angle at P. And also there is a perpendicular from the point P to the opposite side QR. Means PM perpendicular to QR. Now you have to prove this one. So here, if you use theorem here, you need to prove this one. If you use theorem here, then in theorem 6.7 we have learned if we draw a perpendicular from the right angle of a right triangle to the opposite side, then the triangles, how many triangles you will get? 3 triangles, they are similar to each other. So in this case we can apply this theorem. So we can write using theorem, triangle QMP similar to triangle PMRC. QMP and PMR. These 2 small triangles we have taken. So if they are similar using theorem, then the corresponding sides are the same ratio. So QM by MP is equal to MP by MR. There is one more ratio, QP by PR. This one known, that is why I have not written here. Okay, this two only. If you use this two, then we will get our result. So if you multiply PM and MP same, so you can write PM square, because in the question this PM square and that QM into MR. So we got this proof. Okay, only we have done what? We have to find out which 2 triangle need to show similar, then only we will get this relation. So here it is clear, because if you show these 2 triangle QMP similar to P, these 2 you have to find out. After looking this question, you have to find out which 2 triangle you will choose, then only we will get this relation. Understood or not? You should find out yourself. After how do you find out? QMP and PMR. Okay. So if they are similar, then what? QM by PM is equal to MP by AMR. Then if you cross multiply, then we will get this relation, and this is the result. Means we have got the proved. Okay. Question number 4. ABC is a isosceles triangle, right angle at C. Prove that AB square is equal to 2AC square. See, all of you know isosceles triangle is also become a right triangle sometime, because isosceles triangle means what? If two sides are equal, is called isosceles triangle. If two sides and also one of the angle is 90, then means what? Isosceles also right angle also. That is why isosceles triangle also sometimes may be right triangle, because if one of the angle is 90 degree. Now here it is they have said that AB is isosceles triangle, right angle C. If right angle at C means what? AB is the hypotenuse. If AB is hypotenuse, then AB is fixed. It is not equal to AC on BC. Again they said that it is isosceles. That means it is clear. BC must be equal to AC, because BC cannot never equal to AB, because AB is hypotenuse, is the longest side. So when they say that in that angle the angle is C, then by the angle we cannot find out which two sides are equal. They will find, we got what? BC is equal to AC. So we have AC is equal to CB and BC is same. So using PT, if you use Pythagoras theorem here, what you can get? AB square is equal to AC square plus CB square, or AC square plus CB square equal to AB square. You need to prove what? Twice AC square. It is very easy. Why? Because AC is equal to CB, so you can replace this CB by AC easily. So AC square 2AC square. So AB square is equal to 2AC square. Maybe you are feeling very easy, no? Yes, because this exercise is very easy. Only you have to use Pythagoras theorem. Nothing is there. Okay, and but you have to see the question, what relation you have to get. For this relation, which are the triangle you have to take, and you need to use Pythagoras theorem. You have to think yourself, you have to find it. After that you use 100% you will get the answer. Next question. Prove that the sum of the squares of the sides of rhombus is equal to the sum of the square of its diagonal. Means in a rhombus, how many sides? There are 4 sides, and 4 sides are equal. And in this question we need to prove sum of the square of all the sides is equal to sum of the square of its diagonal. That means if ABCD be the square, let ABCD is a rhombus. Sorry, ABCD be a rhombus. Okay, let ABCD be a rhombus. Then we need to prove that what? AB square. So I have to write here, otherwise you will get confusion. To prove AB square plus DC square plus AC square plus AD square is equal to AC square plus, please try to write in one line. I have forgotten. I repeat, to prove AB square plus BC square plus AC square plus AD square is equal to AC square plus BD square. This one you need to prove. Okay. So we know that here if you join AC and BD, these are diagonals or not. AC and BD bisect each other at right angle, because we know that in a rhombus the diagonals bisect each other at right angle. So bisect means here you can see is OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD, and right angle, that is why I have written under bracket right angle. These are the 90 means 90 degree. Okay, so you can use Pythagoras theorem. There are 4 triangles, yes or no? So using PT in triangle AOB, you can write AB square is equal to OA square plus OB square. Similarly, in AOD, AD square is equal to OA square plus OD square. CD square equal to OD square plus OC square. BC square is equal to OB square plus OC square. I hope all of you understood this. In this 4th triangle, we have used Pythagoras theorem. So this is number 1, this is number 2, 3 and 4. Now 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So 11 side AB square plus AD square plus CD square plus BC square. Right hand side, see, if you add all this, you can see all are double. Means OA square twice OA square. That is why I have written directly here. then twice OB square you can find, then twice OC square, twice OD square. Okay, now see, if OA is equal to OC, then in the place of OA or in the place of OC you can write half of BC. Similarly, OB is equal to OD is equal to half of BD. That is why you can see here in the place of OA, first of all what I have done, first of all 2 I have taken common, then what is left? OA square. In the place of OA I have written half of AC square, because OA is equal to half of AC, already I have told you. Then OB square is equal to half of BD square. Then AC is, then OC square is equal to half of AC square. Similarly, OD square is equal to half of BD square. Okay. Now this one I have done shortcut. See, if you break this one, AC square by 4 and BD square by 4, AC square by 4, and what you will get? BD square by 4. If you take 4s LCM, then what is left here? AC square, BD square, AC square, BD square. It means twice AC square plus twice BD square. Okay. Now 2 is common. Already we have 1 2 here. Then 2 again common. That is multiplied this 2. Then AC square plus BD square. Then 2 2s are this 2 2s are 4. Then 2 2 cancel. What is left? AC square plus BD square. So at last what we got? AB square plus AD square plus CD square plus BC square is equal to AC square plus BD square. What we have done? See, I repeat. First of all, we have to draw the diagonals, and we know that the diagonals bisect each other at right angle. Then we will get 4 triangles. So in this 4th triangle, you have to use Pythagoras theorem. After using Pythagoras theorem, numbering all these equations like 1, 2, 3, 4, then add all of this. After this, you will get this relation. Then 2 common. What is left? OA square, OB square, OC square, OD square. So in the place of OA, half of AC. Similarly, half of BD, half of AC, half of BD. Now what is left? AC square by 4, BD square by 4, AC square by 4, BD square by 4. Now 4 is LCM. Then what is left? AC square. There are 2 AC squares, twice AC square. Then BD square, there are 2 BD square. Then 2 is common. Okay. Okay, next. Question number 10. A ladder 10 meter long recesses a window 8 meter above the ground. This is word problem. A ladder 10 meter long recesses a window 8 meter above the ground. Find the distance of the foot of the ladder from the base of the wall. Clear? You have to find the distance of the foot of the ladder from the base of the wall. Just first of all imagine the picture. Okay. This question needs imagination. Just imagine a ladder and the wall and the base. See, suppose you can see that OA is the wall. This is the wall. Then this one, and wall is what? Wall always what? Perpendicular. Yes or no? Wall is always perpendicular. Then this AB is the what? Length of the ladder. Then what? This is the foot of the ladder. This is the foot of the ladder. This is the foot of the ladder, and this is the base of the ladder. This distance you have to find out. So it is clear. You have to use what? Pythagoras theorem, because this is why 90 degree, because this is what? Wall. So wall is perpendicular. That is why it is 90 degree. So let OA be the wall and AB be the ladder. That is why this is an 8 meter. This is 10 meter. Now using PT, which one is hypotenuse AB? So you can write 10 square, then AD square plus OB square. Then 10 square is 100. Then AD square 64. If it transfer this side, 100 minus 64, 36. So OB is equal to 6. The required result is how much? 6 meter. Means the length of the foot of the ladder from the base of the wall is how much? 6 meter. And what we have done? Just we have to imagine the figure and we have to draw it. OA is what? Wall. Since it is perpendicular, that is which is 90 degree. Then this is the length of the ladder and this is the base. Okay. Now use Pythagoras theorem. Then you will get the final result. I hope all of you understood. See, this chapter contains more than 16 questions. See, in this chapter, I have told you already that you have to use Pythagoras theorem only. But how to use? Already I have given some examples by doing these solutions. So try to solve all the questions. Okay, if you can, you're getting some problem, if you'll get problem, then please, I am here, you can contact me always. Okay, but try yourself. Understood? Don't try 1 or 2 times, more than 2 times. First time maybe you will be failed, then try second time, then try third time. Means, because already I told you, only you have to use Pythagoras theorem, and Pythagoras theorem is what? Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square, and this it has been using since class 6 or 7. Yes or no? Only you have to use some techniques to get the relation what is given in the question. If after that again you are getting problem, then I am here, you can ask me. Okay, but try yourself. So as a homework, I am going to give you some questions. Question number 1, 2, 3. As I know, there are 2 questions only, because question number 1 number already I have given. If more than 2 questions, then please solve it. Question number 1, 2, 3. These are your homeworks. Okay, then question number 3, 5, 6. Okay, 8 and 9. These are your homeworks. But after completing this homework, please try the other sums also. Okay, understood what I say? So try to complete chapter 6. In case any doubt, please contact me in the evening. Okay, and these are your homework. These are you have to submit these questions in the evening, and after that you can practice yourself the other questions, because this exercise required only Pythagoras theorem. Understood? Thank you. Take care. Have a nice day.